Most of us football fans could only dream of playing the sport professionally. But for some lucky individuals, playing two sports professionally became a reality. In this video, we take a look at 5 footballers who played another sport at a very high level. Number 1. Petr Cech. Chelsea legend Petr Cech needs no introduction. He spent over a decade in West London and also had a 4-year stint at London rivals Arsenal. Just a few of his achievements in football include 4 league titles, 1 Champions League and 5 FA Cups. Individually, he also made the PFA Team of the Year twice and won the Premier League Golden Glove 4 times. Once he hung up his gloves in 2019, he returned to Chelsea in a non-playing capacity whilst also finding a new sport, ice hockey. On October 2019, a few months after his retirement, he signed for Guildford Phoenix as a goaltender. Guildford Phoenix play in the National Ice Hockey League Division 2, which is the 4th tier of ice hockey in England. And he is clearly a natural at the sport because he was named man of the match on his debut, in which he made 2 penalty saves to help his team win the shootout. And just last week, it was announced that Cech had signed for Chelmsford Chieftains on a 1-year deal, who play in the National Ice Hockey League Division 1, 1 league above the last team he played for. And just like his debut for the Guildford Phoenix, he won the man of the match on his debut for the Chieftains. It is exciting to see just how far the legendary keeper can go in his new sport. Number 2. Curtis Woodhouse. Current semi-pro manager Curtis Woodhouse had a football career that spanned almost 2 decades. During this time, he made almost 400 appearances in football, having made most of his career appearances in Division 1, which is now considered to be the Championship. Woodhouse's greatest achievement in football came in the 2001-2002 season, where he achieved promotion to the Premier League with Birmingham, and even made 3 appearances in the English top flight. But if this wasn't impressive enough, Woodhouse also went on to compete as a professional boxer. Having fallen out of love with football in the mid-2000s, Woodhouse admitted that boxing had always been his first love. This led him to make his pro debut in 2006. Nicknamed the Troll Hunter, Woodhouse amazingly won his first 10 fights despite having no previous amateur experience. What makes this even more remarkable is that Woodhouse was juggling professional boxing and semi-professional football from the years 2006 to 2012. From 2012, his only focus was boxing as he hung up his football boots. The highlight of his boxing career was winning the British light welterweight title in 2014, having won the English title previously. Most boxers could only dream of such an achievement, but Woodhouse accomplished this without boxing even being his main sport. He hung up his gloves in 2017, having had 31 fights in total, with an impressive 24 victories and 13 coming by way of knockout. Number 3. Maldini. Clearly being one of the greatest players of all time in one sport was not enough for AC Milan legend Paolo Maldini. The Italian extraordinaire retired in 2009 with a career spanning 24 years, which saw him win 7 league titles and 5 Champions Leagues, to just name a couple of his achievements. But in 2017, Maldini came out of his sporting retirement to play another sport professionally, namely tennis. He had only been playing the sport once a week for the last 5 to 6 years, but was ready to compete at a high level. In June 2017, Maldini and his tennis coach entered and won a qualifier for the ATP Challenger Tour, a 2nd-tier professional tennis tournament. Unfortunately, Maldini never quite reached the same heights in tennis as he did in football, as him and his partner were thrashed in straight sets in Maldini's first and only game as a professional. But still, to play professionally in a 2nd-tier tennis tournament at the age of 49 is incredibly impressive for someone who already reached the pinnacle in another sport. Number 4. Tim Wiese. Former German international Tim Wiese enjoyed a long and successful career as a goalkeeper. The 6'4" shot stopper is mostly known for his 7-year spell in the Bundesliga as first-choice goalkeeper for Werder Bremen. Not only was he able to play Champions League football in his career, he also played 6 times for his country, even going to the 2010 World Cup despite not getting on the pitch. And in January 2014, whilst playing for Hoffenheim, his contract was mutually terminated because his body was seen to being in a bodybuilding style. And why was this? This was because Tim Wiese was planning for a career in the WWE. Yes, you heard that right, the WWE. A few months on from his footballing retirement, Tim Wiese claimed that he had been offered a development contract by the WWE and even appeared as a guest timekeeper at a WWE live event in Frankfurt. He would then make his pro wrestling debut in November 2016, where he teamed up with WWE veterans Sheamus and Cesaro. And despite doing well in that match and looking like a natural, he never wrestled for the WWE again. He officially left the company in 2017 and even made a one-off return to football in the German 8th division. Number 5. Ivan Perisic. The only player in this list to still be playing football is Croatian and Tottenham superstar Ivan Perisic. He's had a long and successful career in football, having played for the likes of Bayern Munich, Dortmund and Inter Milan. Along the way, he has picked up various honours, with his greatest achievement being a Champions League title with Bayern Munich. He has represented his country over 100 times and will go down as one of the greatest Croatian players ever. But football isn't the only sport he has represented his country in. In the summer of 2019, whilst on his pre-season break, he decided to pick up beach volleyball. He played in the FIVB Beach Volleyball World Tour. Unfortunately, him and his partner were not able to pick up a win in the 3 games they played, as the competition was very high, even including some Olympian athletes. Nevertheless, Perisic was very proud to take part in the tournament, stating, "I'd like to thank everyone who has given me the opportunity to play with the best beach volleyball players in the world. It felt amazing, even though I lost." And that was it for the 5 football players who have played another sport. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, as it helps the channel tremendously, and I'll see you next time.